Memorial Stadium. A look at the field as it's game day in Pioneer Football League play between the PC Blue Hose, ranked number 22, number 25 in the top polls, and the Valparaiso Beacons. Should be a really good battle today. We're excited for it. 1 win all year for the Beacons, 7 for the Blue Hose. I'm Gabriel Schry here with Tim Webb. Tim, just an exciting one today.
It's going to be a great one. Both teams coming off losses last week they want to redeem, and they're going to try to do that today.
Well, and it's going to be a great battle. 450 yards of offense per game for the Presbyterian College Blue Hose as we send you now back to the field and take a look at the latest standings in Pioneer Football League play. Drake is on top of things, 5-2 overall. The Flyers slipped by PC last week with a victory against them in Ohio to rise to 6-2 overall. PC, Butler, St. Thomas rounding out the top 5 in Valpo. Well, they're looking to jump over Davidson and get into competition with Marist and just keep themselves out of the very bottom of the league standings.
Yeah, there's an automatic big bid to the national playoffs on the line for the winner of the conference, and we saw Drake Butler. They're both playing today. The winner of that game is going to be in the driver's seat.
Two extremely talented rosters. Our player to watch for the Beacons first is Mansoray. He's been fantastic all season long. Number 7 will carry the load today, a sixth-year senior from Columbus, Ohio. Running backs like that make a big impact.
Sure will. Mike is a great player, and so far this year he's having a good year, about 54 yards a game. So he's going to be a workhorse, and they're going to rely on him heavily.
And he could be a game-time decision. More on that in just a moment. But first, before kickoff, we take a look at our player to watch for Presbyterian College. And no surprise that we've picked number 5. Look at that little snag in warm-ups. Zach Switzer, the man from Spring Hill, Tennessee.
Yeah, he really sets the tempo on offense. He's a great asset for the Blue Hose offense. So far this year, all-purpose yards, total yards, over 1,000. Just having a great season.
Ready to go as that is your return man. Standing back on the 5, it's Switzer. Hauls it in at the 7. And he'll get us started in Pioneer Football League play. Tackled down just over the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Blue Hose as we'll get our first look at the Presbyterian offense to start the day. 450 yards per game this season. Yeah,
explosive offensive attack. And one of the pieces that the Blue Hose have really relied on is wide receiver Sincere Gill, who unfortunately won't be playing today. That's going to be a position to watch. We're going to have another guy step in there to hopefully fill Sincere's shoes. But the Blue Hose usually start very quickly and have explosive starts to each game they've been in so far this year.
Colin Hurst, number 8, out of Davie, Florida, will try and power this offense to a victory on his home turf today. Handoff, and Johnson is driven off of the field. We could talk about Hurst all day long. He was an FCS freshman All-American last season. 1,900 pass yards, 20 touchdowns. His completion percentage entering this game, 68.2%.
That's pretty strong, and his QBR is 175, which is 9th nationally. So he has just a great understanding of the offense, very confident in the offensive scheme, and we see it played on the field every Saturday.
Dump pass to Levicki. Look out as he runs through a would-be tackler and steps out right near the stick. And they'll mark him at the 41-yard line and maybe needing a foot or two. That's Nathan Levicki's 21st catch of the season, beyond 310 yards receiving now. Native of Annapolis, Maryland. Watch out for him, Valpo fans. He's going to run those out routes, run crosses, and when he gets the ball, that's a big body. Give to the left side. Good blocking on the left side of the line. Gets him 3 yards, and it's 1st and 10 for the Blue Hose.
Yeah, it's Justin Montgomery on the ball carrier there for the first down. He's another workhorse. You mentioned Zach Switzer, but Justin also is a big-time playmaker for the Blue Hose.
Offensive line, almost all upperclassmen. J.T. Hill, a junior at left tackle. Noah Peterson, a senior at left guard. The center, Caleb Rentz, a senior from Spartanburg. Coleman, the sophomore at right guard, and a junior, Cologne, at right tackle. And that goes for a gain of 2 yards on the ground.
Yeah, great job there by the Valpo defense, specifically the left side of that defensive line, not giving any room for Montgomery to run that ball.
You want to talk about by committee in the backfield? Switzer, our player to watch. He'll be joined by Antonio Wright, C.J. Johnson, Moat, Montgomery, Edwards. Lots of ball carriers for the Blue Hose. Second down and long as Switzer goes in motion, and Hurst, the check down pass, caught at the midfield stripe. He's free across the 40 and tackled down just beyond the 35. First and 10, Blue Hose deep into Valpo territory.
That's number 6, B.J. Atkins. Caught Valpo in a zone coverage, found the spacing, found the opening, wide open there, is able to get a little bit of yards after the catch as well.
Wide receiver room full as well. Sincere Gill is out. Dominic Kibbe, Patrick Adkins, Abercrombie, Harper all catching passes today. On first and 10, Switzer will take it. Good blocking as he uses the big guy and cuts it back at the 25, stepping out just shy of the red zone at the 22-yard line. First and 10 again for the Presbyterian College Blue Hose.
Yeah, the Blue Hose had the Valpo Beacons kind of on the hills here. Need to get a little stand going, get a little negative play action here, tackle in the background, something to keep this Blue Hose offense out of the end zone here early.
Switzer All Pioneer Football League last season. You mentioned it, over 1,000 combined yards of offense already this year. He's still in the game alongside Hurst, who will throw. Collin slips away inside of the red zone and tackled down at the 15-yard line. Just grabbed up by the linebacker, Anthony, who pulls him down. Redshirt freshman makes the play.
I'll tell you what, Collin makes something happen here, but he had a receiver wide open in the middle of the end zone. But give a lot of credit to the Valpo defensive front getting some pressure there, not allowing Collin to find his open man in the end zone.
Great defensive line to get past DeAndre Wilburn, Isaiah Fowler, Molnar, and Gorokowski. This is to the left side, and just beyond the 15, down again. Short gain for Wright, about 3 yards, and very short yard needed to move the sticks in the red zone.
And that was linebacker Connor Cervantes coming from the weak side, tracking him down. I mean, that was a very, very big-time play there by Connor, getting him from the back.
Long drive to open this game. Already have killed 4 minutes of game clock.
Got Ty Engelhardt here in quarterback.
Engelhardt, another Floridian native, right up the middle, hit and bowled over, but he gets the sticks moved. I think they might be calling him short.
Yeah, that's going to be close.
He is right at the line to gain. The FAR official, I thought he'd give him another yard from where he's at, but they are going to go ahead and move the chains as it's first and 10 for Presbyterian College in the red zone.
So far this drive, Valpo's sat back in a 2-deep shell, 2 safeties back, which means they got a guy out of the box, meaning that the Blue Hose, they're telling the Blue Hose, we're not going to let you beat us over in the air. You got to run the ball against us, which is why we're seeing a good bit of runs here from the Blue Hose attack.
Really like the use of Engelhardt in that package. Big body, 6'5". Hurst hands it off, cutting it back. Wright is tackled down inside of the 10, all the way down to the 7-yard line of Valparaiso.
So far this drive, I believe we've seen 4 running backs for the Blue Hose. Switzer, Johnson, Wright, and Montgomery so far already.
Unusual quantity out of the backfield, even for Presbyterian College, who we mention this every time we cover the PC Blue Hose. They really like to share the ball. Everybody's getting touches.
Yeah, and that keeps everybody fresh, everybody healthy, and everybody ready to get that ball.
Tighter formation, a lot of people near where the ball is snapped from. And there's the reverse, pitched off, he's got room, and he's gone! What a play! Oh, baby! The Clinton, South Carolina special for the touchdown. It's 6-0 Blue Hose.
That's just a great play call. You got a Valpo defense that's really playing downhill, going after the ball. You catch them over pursuing, catch them on this reverse, and great execution. You'll see the convoy of bodies here ready to block about 2 or 3 more guys if needed. But great job there by number 12. That's the freshman, Daryl Harper.
Yeah, and Harper scores his first ever touchdown for Presbyterian College. A true freshman out of Homestead, Florida. Point after try. Look out, that one sails right inside of the left upright to make it 7-0 Presbyterian College. 9:18 still to play in the first quarter as PC powers their way slowly down the field and punches it in. A really nice score. We'll see what the offense of the Beacons can do in their first crack at it when we return with more college football on ESPN. Back in South Carolina, welcome inside of Bailey Memorial Stadium. After the first drive of the game, one possession, 6 minutes nearly gone. 7-0 Presbyterian College Blue Hose. Harper scores his first ever for PC and in college to make it a one-possession game. Gabriel Schrei, Tim Webb, kickoff is away as Valparaiso's offense will get the touchback and work with the football for the first time today.
Yeah, like you said, Gabe, great start by the Blue Hose. You know, the first 10 to 15 plays are normally scripted. You go through them through the week, you know what you're calling, you're very comfortable with them. And that's the way you want it to begin. Obviously, on the Valpo side, need to answer that, go on a drive of your own, come away with some points, and get the momentum going back in your side.
Rowan Keefe, redshirt junior from Park Ridge, Illinois. 706 pass yards this season, a couple of rush touchdowns as well. He was Valpo's most improved player in 2023. 1st and 10. Right inside, trapped and buried by the Blue Hose. My goodness, and he's fired up about it. Really nice play by Malik Horlback, the senior who crashes off the edge. The linebacker making the play in the backfield. Watch it again. Gets popped by the big guy and just helps wrap it all up.
It sure does. Zeb Strop in there as well, helping clean it up, it looks like.
2nd and long. He'll throw. Check down is dropped just out of the reach of his intended target. Now Kiri dives for it, and the senior from Marengo, Ohio, can't hook it in.
Yeah, that ball was a little bit outside. I don't know if Keefe was expecting his receiver there to break out, but he looked like he did, and the receiver just kind of turned around and stopped.
Big offensive line. McIlvena, Pauly, Tice, Nico, and Klein from left to right. Noah Klein, a junior from Loveland. 3rd down. He's in trouble and snowed under. Sidlowski. The Blue Hose take him down early.
Yeah, big play there by Sidlowski. You'll see the replay here. Coming from the right side around the edge, beats that left tackle, and finishes off the play with a nice sack. Good play there by Sidlowski.
What a monster he is. A senior from Mount Pleasant, Tennessee, transferred from Adrian College, the only team in Division III that's beat a Division I team this year. They beat Valparaiso. Sidlowski getting the sack, and that was big time. 4th of the season for him. Valpo forced to punt, gets it away in time. Good strike of the ball and the fair catch down at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Presbyterian. Excellent field position beyond the midfield stripe. And some flags on the backside of the play. Number 12. Holding is called against Presbyterian. They'll mark it off and run from behind the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, PC Blue Hose. They showed Harper right before we went to our referee and got the holding call. Harper scored his first ever college touchdown, and it's the 14th Presbyterian College Blue Hose offensive player to score a touchdown this season.
And they might have me and you in their next getting a couple touchdowns. They share the ball. I mean, everybody's getting a chance touching the ball, and that as a defense trying to prepare for the Blue Hose. I mean, you got to pick and choose. Who you going to cover? You're going to double. It's hard to figure that out.
Hurst has his pass batted and nearly intercepted. Great play down inside, getting some action going, and all off of the pressure from Matt Molnar, redshirt junior from Avon Lake, Ohio.
Yeah, that's a great job by that defensive front for Valpo. If you can't make it to the quarterback, get your arms up, try to get that ball batted up, and Hurst very fortunate there. That ball falls to the ground and not into a Valpo defensive lineman's hands.
2nd and 10 for the Blue Hose offense. 2 tailbacks with Colin Hurst. This time headed left and snowed under again by the white road jerseys. Antonio Wright swarmed by Valpo.
Yeah, number 19, Connor Cervantes. Man, he's in there creating havoc. See him coming off that right side, flying in there, gets the guy, gets the running back up right, and he's trying to go for that ball. He wants to get that ball out. Little peanut punch, I believe is what you call that.
Definitely going for the peanut punch right there. Let him have it. 3rd and 10. Blue Hose, a wash on back-to-back plays. Hurst, a quick glance, he'll throw. Pressure comes, lights it off, and it's incomplete. Just off the fingertips of his favorite tight end.
Yeah, he had Levicki there, obviously, bring that ball a little bit, but Switzer, the easier throw would have been Switzer coming out the backfield right over the middle, would have gotten the first down very easily. But, Gabe, what I've learned about doing this color commentary is it's far easier up here to figure out where the ball should have gone than when you're in that pocket with the pressure around you. So tip of the hat there to the Valpo defense for just not letting Colin get very comfortable. He's not looking very comfortable right now.
If you've never played football, Tim, not only do you have to try and see through all the action right in front of you as the quarterback, but your vision is screened by the helmet itself. I mean, it's impossible.
Yeah, that's a great point, Gabe. It sure is.
I don't know how anybody does it. Fair catch back at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, Beacons will take over again on offense. Walked you through that offensive line on their last possession. We'll probably see more than one quarterback today. Max Carter at tight end, a redshirt junior out of California. Great receiving core. Mel Curry, a senior from Ohio. Gundy, O'Keefe, Ricchetti out of Rocky River in Ohio. And tailback's great as well. We watched Mansoray, our player to watch today. Noah Long, Remoro. All going to be touching and working with the football for this Valpo offense. The give, and tackled down right away. Sidlowski getting it done again. Got a little help from Christian Ohagwu, the senior from Alabama, and the two of them just forced the offensive lineman into the backfield.
Yeah, this defensive line for the Blues is a problem. They create a lot of havoc and chaos. And you mentioned a couple guys there for Valpo. Chris Gundy specifically, coming off a pretty big game last week, 108 yards receiving on 5 catches. So very explosive player. Look for them to get that ball to Gundy here soon.
2nd and long. Pressure comes and he throws it as he's hit, trying to trap that. Falling forward and gets a hold of the football. Nice catch by Jay Melcurry as he falls to the ground.
Sure was. Able to get his hands underneath. Look right here. Keefe, he's got a guy on his back throwing that ball. I mean, that's a tall order to make happen there, but Keefe does it for his team.
He's got one guy, but it's the weight of two. 6'3", 300-pounder Porter bearing down on him.
Yeah, that's right.
Short yardage situation just shy of the sticks. 3rd and about a yard for Valparaiso. Give right inside. Popped in the hip and goes down. He didn't get it. 4th down for Valpo. This defense has been electric on 3rd and 4th downs all season. They've only allowed 29% conversions on 3rd downs, 11 of 20 opposing offenses on 4th down. Toughest test of PFL play this year for Valpo today. Presbyterian ranked number 22, number 25 in the 2 major polls. Harper, whoa, tripped up, and what a play. Screaming back there. What coverage.
Man, you're right, Gabe. He went flying back. There's 47, Ace McInnes, the long snapper, making it happen, snapping it back there, getting down the field, getting blocked a little bit, but, man, getting just enough of the returner to get him down. Great play there.
I love it. Big-time play, and the offense of Presbyterian back to work when we return. PC out ahead, 7-0 inside of Bailey Memorial Stadium.
Attention Blue Hose students want to ride off on a brand new Honda Navy from our friends at Foothill Motorsports from now through November the 20th. Attend one of many PC home fall sports games you can.
Hey, what's up, roomie? I got us some Jersey Mike
Good
subs.
so far.
Danny DeVito? Are you my freshman roommate?
And that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey Mike's commercial where the subs matter most. I mean, look how big that is. We can eat that for lunch and for dinner. Hey, we eat that. Hey, who let the rents in? You want a Jersey Mike's?
Introduce us to your new roommate.
Mom, it's Danny DeVito.
That's mine. Don't touch it. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
There's a difference between being big and being strong. Between trying something new and doing something great. Finding answers and creating the future. At First Citizens, we understand that difference. We're resilient, relentless, and working together, there's nothing we can't achieve. For everyone who counts on us, there's always a difference. And that difference is who we are. First Citizens Bank.
A happy place comes in many colors. One that leaves you feeling refreshed.
Thank you very much, honey.
Something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy.
Feels like home.
Thanks for getting these sub bowls.
Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat.
Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's.
Back inside of Bailey Memorial Stadium, Hurst from the shotgun. Quickly distributed to Switzer, makes a cut and tackled down as he crosses the 40, up to the 42-yard line as it's 2nd and 5. We met the defensive line of Valpo, Wilburn, Fowler, Molnar, and Govorowski. The linebackers, Anthony Feltrinelli, Micah Markley, Connor Cervantes, Nick Lindino at corner, Mark Johnson and Wyatt Little, the safeties, and O.C. Nurse at the other corner spot.
Yeah, O.C. Nurse, great cornerback for Valpo. Already got a pick on the season and is a great nickel defender and a tough one for opposing offenses to attack.
Middle linebacker from Westchester, Ohio, Micah Markley, a true freshman. So the flag against Presbyterian will march them all the way back to their own 22-yard line. They're going to need 25 if they want to move the chains. And now 78 yards from the end zone. Hurst. Toss down the sideline. It's caught. Look out. Levicki in open field. Just steps out. Man, that's a big guy. How do you tackle him if you're a defensive back?
You hope he's close to the sideline and you push him out. That's how you tackle him. But that was a great play by both Hurst and Levicki as we see the replay here. Hurst throws this up before Levicki really breaks from his defenders. Like they just know each other so well on the same page and times up very well for the big first down there for the Blue Hose.
That great angle on the replay really shows just how big Levicki is, too. Everybody looks like they're 4 or 5 inches shorter and 30 to 50 pounds lighter. That is a big tight end.
That's right. Sure is.
1st and 10, just over the midfield stripe after the 33-yard gain. Quickly caught. Evades one and steps out on the sideline after about a 5-yard gain. 2nd and medium, Presbyterian.
Yeah, that's Switzer again. We talked about him being a good running back, good threat out of the backfield, running the ball. But man, don't sleep on him in the pass game either. He'll check his blitzer, check to see if he needs to help in pass coverage, and then get out into the flats or in that case over the middle. And once he gets the ball, all bets are off.
And what a safety valve.
Yeah, sure is. Valpo defense still staying back in that two-shell look, sometimes bringing the weak side safety up like they are right here to blitz. And, man, if that play would have gone, the blitz was perfect. The ball was going right to where that blitzer was going.
And this is going to be a false start against Presbyterian. They lose 5 yards, but they don't lose the down they would have lost on a tackle for loss.
That's right. That might not be a bad false start there. That's and I think the false start was caused by that weak side safety coming down and blitz run blitz help.
Moving the tailback to the other side. Hurst checking in with his receivers. Kibbe, the lone man on the close sideline. Collin, pressure comes, he dumps it. Caught and on the run, first down and more as he cuts it back and is tackled down rolling over the 30-yard line.
And that's the sophomore B.J. Atkins with the catch there. Great job. That's a crosser concept, and give a lot of credit to the offensive line. It takes time for those routes to get across. So you'll see here, that's a great pocket. Collins able to step up comfortably, get it to Atkins, who then makes a man miss, gets a little yard after catch, and the Blue Hose are rolling.
Atkins only knows how to win. 2,000 yards in high school, 19 touchdowns, won a state championship here in South Carolina. 1st and 10, Presbyterian College. Hurst wants to throw again. Pocket holds, lots of time. Oh, baby, extend that play. Flicked over the top, and he caught it. Look out for that. What a little bit of trickeration as he just floats it right over the DB. Absolute menace passing the football, and that moves the chains.
Yeah, that's one where the coach was like, no. Okay. 14, Garrison Curry was open early on this play. You watch the replay here from the tight version. Coming out, Collins looking deep. You see 14 right in front of him there. Then he thinks, okay, I can get it to him. But if that defender turns around after that ball's in the air, that could have been bad. But it worked out well for the Blue Hose.
Fakes the give to Switzer, wide open. The all-time leader in receiving yards, Dominic Kibbe. Touchdown, Presbyterian College Blue Hose.
And that was a hard fake there by Colin Hurst. Kibbe's blocking, then just leaks out at the very last possible moment to make it look like he's wide open. But it was a hard play fake by both Hurst, the running back, and by Kibbe. Great job there by the senior.
Almost to 400 yards this season receiving. 700 in 2024, 700 in 2023, 700 in 2021. This one is going to go wide as it will remain lucky number 13, nothing. Presbyterian College leading the Beacons of Valparaiso. And what a drive that was for Presbyterian, just knifing their way down the field, picked it slowly, one play at a time, 78 yards for the score. When we return, Valpo's offense going to try and dig a possession back from the Blue Hose. (13-0) Blue Hose lead inside of Bailey Memorial Stadium. Valparaiso about to get another crack with the football and needs to get something going as they already trail by a couple possessions. That's a look at the touchdown before the break. Dominic Kibbe, the all-time leader in receiving yards for Presbyterian. He's wide open. Look at that.
Yeah, sure is. He's coming down on a crack block, a run block, and just leaked out of the back there. It's great play, great design, great execution. But now Valpo's got a chance here. Get the ball back. I mean, this is a team that does not get penalized. I mean, on the season, they're one of the least penalized teams in the country. They have 250 penalty yards on the season, 6th fewest nationally, and then fewest penalty yards a game, 31 yards a game. That's 3rd nationally. So they play good football, good clean football. Just got to put a drive together here, take care of the ball, get into the end zone.
On first down, hit. He goes down right away, able to hang on to the football, but PC gets another sack, still in the first quarter. What a play down inside by the big guy, Alejandro Tovar.
Yeah, Tovar, I believe Horlback was in on that too. That was a big collision there. And give Keefe a lot of credit for holding on to that ball. Somehow, some way, he's able to hold on to that ball.
I was looking for it to come out the whole time. I thought it would pop out for sure with how hard he was hit.
Yeah, that blind side hit like that you're not expecting, that's the time when the ball tends to pop out.
Good coaching, good fundamentals to hang on to that. 2nd and very long. Keefe will give it. Left side of the line, trying to churn some yardage out. Tovar drives through there. They run to the side of Sidlowski, and they get help from the corner and the linebacker. It's just too much.
Yeah, this front 8 for the Blue Hose is just taking over the game right now on the defensive side of the ball, playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage and clogging up holes and making it difficult for his Valpo offensive attack to get rolling.
1 quarter in the books between these two teams, where it's 13-0 Presbyterian College Blue Hose leading Valparaiso. The Beacons in possession of the ball, struggling to string plays together. They've got to find a way to put together a drive and get some points back. Will they be able to do it? PC has been fantastic. Valpo trying to get to work on O. We'll return in a moment and see if they can put something together to start the 2nd quarter. Tennessee native. Sidlowski ready to go. 3rd and long for Valpo. Pocket collapses immediately. The screen needed one more block, and he got it, but still can't quite slip through as it's 4th down and 3. Let's recap that first quarter of play. Look at that, the yardage totals.
Yeah, pretty one-sided there, as you expect so far in this game. 108 yards passing versus 10 with Valparaiso. The rushing yards, -15 for Valpo and 38 for PC. But great play call right there. You know this PC defensive front's going to be blitzing and coming after you. Set up the screen, get close to that first down, just couldn't quite get it.
Return man, midfield stripe, 40 as he's tripped and dropped. Harper having a big day for the Blue Hose.
Sure is. Great return there by Harper, but man, big number, 74. Mason Notch, 6'3", 300 pounds. Getting him down so he doesn't score the touchdown. Coming out of nowhere. I hear you, big man.
Oh, I'm sure Harper heard his footsteps. Great return, big time tackle for Valparaiso. 1st and 10 for the Blue Hose. Again, just excellent starting field position. Brown and gold on the defensive side of the ball. The Scotsman, he's in trouble and buried in the backfield. The Beacons get on top of him and get the sack, and what a play by Isaiah Fowler, who's originally from Gary, Indiana.
Fowler making it happen there. Great job to feed in the offensive lineman, getting to the backfield, getting the sack. But this Valpo attack, man, I'm liking the 2-deep shell, bringing the weak side safety. Done it a couple times there. And it just causes a lot of confusion for Colin as he's trying to find his open guy and just can't find it in time before the defensive front gets to him.
Molnar, Fowler, snow him under, got some help from behind as well. Hurst, the check down. Switzer, one man to get around, and he's slicked off after a gain of 8. He'll walk him back a yard to the 39-yard line of Valpo. PC will need 12 to move the sticks.
Yeah, and this is a great possession for Valpo. Get this stop, get this offense off the field, get your offense back on the field, get back in this game. But we're seeing this defense really come alive here against the Blue Hose.
Third and 12 for Presby. Quickly thrown. Got one block. He's tackled anyhow. What a play by the defensive back. That is electric stuff from the safety, Mark Johnson, out of Lipscomb Academy.
Great job there by Mark, getting through the Levicki's block there to get a tackle there on Kibbe. But, man, and again, getting the Blue Hose off the field, get this explosive offense on the sideline, get your offense back out there and get the drive together. Great job there by Valpo.
Mark Johnson, great high school football player in the state of Tennessee. I covered him during his prep career as well. Helped lead Lipscomb to multiple state titles during his time playing high school football. Presbyterian going to punt this away. Good strike of the ball. Look at the hang time. Oh my goodness, that's about as good as it gets.
That looked like he was catching the pass, not a punt. I mean, that was perfectly timed, perfectly executed. And, man, that puts this Valpo offense in the shadow of their own end zone.
We'll be back with more special teams highlights and electric punts. Man, that's going to make the highlight reel for the game. It's 1st and 10 when we return as the offense of Valpo is back onto the turf.
Hey, what's up, roomie? I got us some Jersey Mike subs.
Danny DeVito? Are you my freshman roommate?
And that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey Mike's commercial where the subs matter most. I mean, look how big that is. We'd eat that for lunch and for dinner. Hey, we eat that. Hey, who let the rents in? You want a Jersey Mike's?
Introduce us to your new roommate.
Mom, it's Danny DeVito.
That's mine. Don't touch it. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
There's a difference between being big and being strong, between trying something new and doing something great, finding answers and creating the future. At First Citizens, we understand that difference. We're resilient, relentless, and working together, there's nothing we can't achieve. For everyone who counts on us, there's always a difference. And that difference is who we are. First Citizens Bank.
A happy place comes in many colors. One that leaves you feeling refreshed.
Thank you very much, honey.
Something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro painters. That's painting happy.
Feels like home.
Thanks for getting these sub bowls.
Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat.
Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub bowls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back to work on offense. Left side. Sticks his nose up in there, but only gets a couple as he tries to push his way through traffic. PC contains and makes the tackle. And we mentioned it during the pregame that we weren't sure if our player to watch was going to be active. We were told by members of the staff, I don't think he's going to play, was basically the message, and we haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, that's right. That's a big piece missing for this offensive attack for the Beacons.
Michael Mansoray, the sixth-year senior, yet to touch the football. Pocket holds for a moment. He could be in trouble now. Takes off, tripped, and dropped. They'll mark him for a loss of a yard back to the original line of scrimmage as it's 3rd and 10.
A great job there by the Valpo offensive line picking up that blitzer off the left side, but even better job for the defensive backfield for the Blue Hose covering up those receivers. Nowhere for Keefe to go with that ball. He had to take that sack.
Going to have to throw and backed up against the goal line. Keefe, he's in the end zone and running. Pressure from behind, check down pass right near the line to gain as he rolls. That looks like a first down to me from where the official's standing on that side.
Great job by Keefe not panicking. Getting that ball, feeling a little bit of pressure, rolling out under control, eyes downfield, found his opening guy. Look here on the replay, rolling out. He feels that pressure, gets it to his guy, and then picks up that first down.
Nice play by Noah Long, and he's been making big plays for a long time. Noah's from Liberty Hill, Texas, redshirt freshman. Has a few catches already this year. In high school, 6,000 rush yards, 81 rush touchdowns. Fakes the give, and the pass is incomplete. Ran the route perfectly, just couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, great execution there. Ball maybe a little high and made him reach a little bit. As a quarterback will tell you, that's on me. Should have put that more in your chest. Should have made it a little bit easier for you, but that ball probably should have been caught.
Second and 10. Long the tailback. He'll get the carry and is tackled down for a loss. Horlbeck screams into the backfield. Malik, 120 career tackles for Presbyterian, 10 sacks, some forced fumbles, broken up passes, quarterback hits, pressure, so much more. He's been a great player.
And put yourself in the quarterback position there. I mean, it's a zone to the left. You're reading that defensive end. Defensive end does crash, which does signal pull the ball, but you got a cornerback blitzing off that side. It's a corner blitz coming right at you. There's no good answer there with that defensive call.
3rd and 12. Showing blitz, the Beacons. Keefe making an adjustment.
Yeah, they called him. Blue Hose is bringing a lot of pressure here.
Crowd growing loud. Keefe throws it. Oh, he had a man wide open. He just overshot him. It would have been a surefire first down.
Man, Keefe, you saw him jumping up and down there a little bit. Just missed his guy out there. That was the perfect call. Great check there by Keefe. Saw the pressure coming, bringing the house. You know the Blue Hose will do that to you. They showed it, showed their hand. You checked the perfect play, just a little more air, and that was going to go for a long ways.
9 minutes left to play in the first half as Valparaiso facing a 4th down and long. Showing punt. Watch out for this guy. That's number 12. Just gets it. Oh, my goodness. Harper already has a big return and his first ever touchdown for the Blue Hose today. Midfield stripe, 40. Tries to cut it back and knocked off with authority as there's a flag back near the 5-yard line.
It looks to be maybe a roughing the punter or hitting the punter late there. That ball was almost blocked. Great job by the punter there, first off, not letting it get over his head into the back of the end zone, recovering, punting it. But it looks like a Blue Hose defender there might have hit the leg of the punter.
That is indeed the call.
So that's at the 5-yard variety. So still 4th down. I'm going to have to re-kick it here. Which gives Harper another chance. kick away from that guy.
Yeah, at some point you might have to pivot to that. That's a good point. They've been kicking it to him. He's had a couple of big returns, just had his 3rd, which is wiped away by the flag.
Yeah, you're on borrowed time right now.
He's a true freshman from Homestead, Florida. The 14th different player to score a touchdown for Presbyterian this season. His first ever in college earlier. He's going to let it roll off. That's
what
a
punt.
punt.
I mean, that's an angled punt to the sideline. Great job there by the Valpo punter. That's Nate Hillenberg. Great job there. That's what we just talked about. Don't kick to Harper. But also you want to get enough yards and, you need to angle it just right. It's not easy to do, but Hallenberg does a great job.
Presbyterian leading by 2 possessions, 13-0 over Valparaiso and the Beacons inside of Bailey Memorial Stadium. When we return, PC back on offense. There's the conductor of the Blue Hose offense. A magician, a mathematician. Fakes the give and the pitch. Whoa, just caught it. Kibbe down the sideline and steps out. Hurst, He likes that today, that little underhanded flick.
He likes it. Everybody else in the crowd is going, no, don't do that. But I'll tell you, Hurst is just calm and cool and collected under pressure. Nothing really rattles him. I've seen him throw deep touchdown passes. He runs off the field the same way after he throws an interception. He just stays level, which is what you want in the leader and the quarterback of your football team.
Second and medium, needing a long 5, short 6. 2 tailbacks with Hurst. Fakes the give, and we're blown dead.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start. I believe we can't hear the referee here, but I believe it's on the slot receiver to the left. He was trying to get in to block the blitzing defensive back for Valpo and just started a little bit too early.
143 yards of offense for Presbyterian already in this game. 108 of them through the air. Second and 11. Montgomery trapped. He's going nowhere. Tries to drive the pile, and they'll blow him dead at the 20-yard line.
I mean, I'm impressed by this Beacon defensive front. They're playing, I mean, first couple drives getting their footing, but now, man, these Beacons are playing hard, downhill, filling gaps, not allowing this Blue Hose offense really much of anything.
They've played a beast of a schedule. Their best score line of the season, other than their win to open the year on August 30th against the Dragons of Virginia Lynchburg, was last week against Morehead State at home. Hurst throws it, caught on the sideline. That'll move the chains at the 30. Big hit at the end of the play.
And that's just a great timing route there between Hurst and his receiver there. And that happens in June, July, August, when nobody's watching, there's nobody cheering for you, you just rep it. You mentioned Valpo's schedule and what they've had to go against this year. So it's one of the toughest schedules they've had. They had North Dakota to play against, Western Illinois, and they played against all of the hard, one-loss PFL teams so far in the conference. I mean, there's been no let-up for the Beacons.
Fakes the give, Hurst the check down to Levicki, knifes it back, and he's dropped at the 35 as we get a couple of flags at the end of the play.
That's in the area. I believe there might have been a block in the back there on the Blue Hose wide receiver. Let's see what the call here is. Here's the replay.
That's Levicki. Yeah, and he's got his hands up right away. Abercrombie says, I didn't do anything, as he runs into frame on camera.
Yeah, Abercrombie, he's saying, I didn't do it, but what the ref sees is, I did it. I'm guilty.
See my hands
up.
Red. They'll march him back, and the Blue Hose will take another crack at it. 6.5 minutes to play, still in the first half, as it's 1st and 15. Montgomery slides 1, 30, 35, rolling over the defender down toward the 40-yard line. Nearly moves the sticks as they mark him at the 39.
Man, this is a double pull by the Blue Hose, by the offensive line. And, this J.T. Hill, Noah Peterson, Caleb Rentz, Marcelo Coleman, Oscar Colon, and just great players.
Down the sideline, still going as Montgomery is blown dead. He'll move the sticks back-to-back 12-yard gains for Justin Montgomery. He had a monster game last time Presbyterian was at home as he went off for a career-high 3 touchdowns.
And Blue Hose are using tempo here. That stack quad look to the boundary here. They're in it again.
Knifes his way up in that same set and look. This time he only gets a couple of yards, though, as the Beacons crash down on that formation.
Yeah, the Blue Hose like this. Once they get into this diamond quad look, they stay in it. And I assume there's multiple plays. Valpo's trying to substitute. I don't think they got it. This is a free play.
Pump fakes. He's got it. Levicki runs into 4 defenders. They're able to drag him down in the open field. The chains are moved for the moment as there's a flag down at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Valpo's trying to substitute there, get some fresh guys in, but the Blue Hose did not substitute, which means plays allowed to continue. And that substitution infraction penalty is going to be declined due to the big play by the Blue Hose. But this tempo offense the Blue Hose have gone in the last 3 plays or so is really effective.
The pride of North Indiana being backed down the field slowly. They need to get a stop. The give. PC, he slicks through into the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line as Wright knifes his way up in there.
Great run there by Wright, and good job there by the offensive line opening up for him in the middle there. Great running lane.
Another look. Look at that carry. Great blocking by the guard and tackle. And PC still running tempo. 1, 2, 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 from the 8-yard line. How about the blocking by the big guys up front? They've been good on this entire drive and all day, but on that last play, Coleman and Cologne, you know the old saying, you could drive a car through that hole. I really think we could fit a mid-sized sedan in there.
Yeah, very comfortably. Yeah, great job by those two.
2nd and 7. Deep in the red zone, the Blue Hose threatening to score. Fakes the give. Hurst lofted for the back line, and it's tipped away. Big play by the linebacker. We've seen a few out of him already. Anthony Feltrinelli swats that one to the turf. Not out of danger yet, though. Presbyterian's offense, 32 for 39 in the red zone. 82% of the time they score, including 27 touchdowns.
Feltrinelli's been watching film. That's a play the Blue Hose like to go to in this situation. He was not fooled. He got depth right away. Could feel the receiver behind him was in the perfect position to knock that down. Great play.
3rd down. They could move the sticks one more time, but it'd be 1st and goal from the 1. Tries to go east, and he's trapped at the 10 for a loss of 2. As it's 4th down and basically goal. Antonio Wright dragged down again by Feltrinelli.
Yeah, and I think Markley was in on that too, the linebacker. Great job to string it out. Nowhere for him to go. Tried to hit the hole, nothing there. Pop back out, try to get outside. And again, just team defense rallying to the ball as you watch the replay here. Wright gets it, nothing there, nothing there. I mean, put yourself in his position. There's 4 guys on him and nowhere to go. Great job there by the Valpo defense.
Those linebackers are a load. We'll see the kick. On to deliver, Jet Jackson. Jackson sends it through the uprights, banging it home to make it 16-0 Presbyterian College inside of Baylor Memorial Stadium. Nice look on the kick by Jackson.
Yeah, great job there by Jackson. The holder kind of bobbled a little bit. Jackson kept us cool, got it through the uprights.
16-0, 3.5 still to play in our 2nd quarter as the Beacons will get a chance at a crack at the football before the halftime break.
A happy place comes in many colors. One that leaves you feeling refreshed.
Thank you very much, honey.
Something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy.
Feels like home.
There's a difference between being big and being strong, between trying something new and doing something great, finding answers and creating the future. At First Citizens, we understand that difference. We're resilient, relentless, and working together, there's nothing we can't achieve. For everyone who counts on us, there's always a difference. And that difference is who we are. First Citizens Bank.
Founded in 1880 and located in Clinton, South Carolina, Presbyterian College provides students of all faiths, identities, and backgrounds with a transformative education, one that equips them for impactful careers and empowers them to serve as powerful forces for positive community and world change. across its small class sizes that allow students to develop closer relationships with peers and faculty members. The culture at PC is built on honor and ethics, guiding graduates to become value-based leaders in their lives and career. Believing while we live, we serve, PC transforms one's passions into power. Here, students are offered a real-life proving ground to practice the art and science of changing lives. Learn more today about Presbyterian College. For course information or to schedule a visit, go to presby.edu or call 800-476-7272.
Rub those mitts together. What do you think he's planning down there? Look at him, looking around. Up to no good at Presbyterian College. Welcome back inside of Bailey Memorial. Gabriel Schreit, Tim Webbs. It's 16-0 Blue Hose. Runs through a would-be tackler and dragged down by a gang at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Beacons, as they'll get to work on offense. Good job by the officiating crew. Stop it, go to the sideline. We got to run offense.
It's been a very physical game so far by both teams. That was Ryan Largan getting in there making the stop for the Blue Hose. But it's a very competitive game. Coming into it, it seemed like, Blue Hose should, do really well today. But Valpo says, no. We got a good team too. It's been a rough season, played a lot of good competition. We're here to play.
Well, I think you did a good job of talking about it. I flashed back to their last time out, and you ran through the whole schedule. And, you played North Dakota, Drake, the Flyers, now PC. What a schedule.
Yeah, that's a tough schedule.
Valparaiso, really good program, especially historically, and good recruiting field in Indiana. It's one of the better high school football states in America. They've got a lot of guys from Ohio, which I consider definitely, if it's not a top 5 state, it is knocking on the front porch.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of talent up there. And Valpo, you come into this atmosphere, this game, and this is one that can really turn your season around. You get a win against this crew, the Blue Hose, with the season that they're having. It can really change a lot.
That could be a fumble. Blue Hose scattering for the football. It skeeters down the sideline onto it. I don't see a turnover marker, but it's 1st and 10 for the Blue Hose in the red zone. Presbyterian College gets the football back, and watch the replay. Keefe running with the football, pressure from behind. He didn't even see him. What a play by this guy. Horlbeck, a menace inside of Bailey Memorial today.
Yeah, what a play by Horlbeck. Yeah, we're going to take another look at this. The officials are. His hand might have been going for it. It's hard to see in that replay we just saw. But if that hand's going for it at all, then the ball comes loose, it's going to be an incomplete pass. It's going to be a close one.
Now, if you're loading up to throw, if the ball is coming back, like if it's moving forward from underneath, that's not a forward pass.
No, that hand's got to be coming forward from back. Like you got to have it cocked, ready to come forward, and you're coming forward a little bit, and that ball comes out. Then it's going to be an incomplete pass.
That's a great call to review this play as the officials are huddled together under the tent, both of them looking down at the monitor and trying to make a determination, was this a fumble or not? We're going to look at it with our officiating crew. Keefe chased down by Horlbeck right there. That looks like it's coming forward, but did he poke the ball out before the arm comes forward is the question.
And if that's the only angle that the officials are going to have to review, there's not going to, in my opinion, not going to be enough to overturn the call on the field, which is a fumble and recovery by the Blue Hose. So that'll be a tough one to overturn with that angle.
Both officials in on it.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Keefe tonight, I'm going to have nightmares of folks hitting me from my blind side. 3 times so far from my memory, he's been hit not seeing the guy coming after him.
He's going to be at the dinner table checking over both shoulders the whole meal. Still reviewing this and working with our production crew in the truck. Great job today by the entire crew. Wily veterans from around the state of South Carolina. Quite the gang of characters, great group of guys, and always fun to work with them.
Yeah, put on a great show. They work hard, do a lot here that nobody sees, and just really puts on a quality program.
These guys are going to take all the time they need and get the call right, which is absolutely the right decision. I love that trend in sports when a big play like that happens and there's opportunity to review it, why not? I mean,
Yeah.
get the call right.
Yeah, this is a big play that can really change the course of this game. If the Blue Hose really do have the ball here on the 13-yard line going in right before half, that's a game changer. Versus if Valpo did, the hand was coming forward, it's incomplete pass, retained possession, going on a touchdown drive. This game's still within reach. So. Big call here. Glad they're taking their time to make sure they get it right. But again, just that angle we saw, that's going to be a tough one to return. If the call on the field was incomplete, of course, then it would be a dead ball. There'd be no review happening. But officials let the play go on, which is the right thing to do when it's close. So then you can review it. But
let's take a look at the two teams so far. Numerically, this is where we're at. Nothing but lost yards on the ground for Valpo, as they have yet to score, obviously. An egg on the board. And PC cooking with gas through the air, 161 yards.
Yeah, 4 sacks. I mean, there's a lot that sticks out there, but the 4 sacks, the pressure that the Blue Hose are putting on Valpo and Keefe. I mean, you can't get comfortable as a quarterback when you're having to check your blind side continuously. And the tip of the hat there to the front 8 for the Blue Hose, making that pressure happen, creating chaos.
And here comes our referee back out onto the field as they've made a determination after review. The ruling is upheld. Presbyterian takes over with the football, and they're in the red zone where they've converted over 80% of their chances this season.
Yeah, and upheld is the key word there. In my mind, I believe that means not enough to overturn versus confirm means we saw enough, it's definitely right. So it's like Ty Englehart, the backup quarterback's lined up on the right side, split out.
Watch for a potential trick play. Englehart wearing number 3, and he's in motion. There he is. Englehart wants to throw. Flicked it back to Colin Hurst for the touchdown. Quarterback to quarterback. 22-0 Presbyterian College Blue Hose. What a play.
Man, you got to love it. Sudden change like that, you want to strike fast. And that's just fun. Very creative play. You know they've been practicing that for a while. Just see the replay here. And give Ty a lot of credit here. Looking to the left. He knows he's going back to Colin, but looking to the left, making sure everything's going left. Come back at the last minute, hit Colin wide open, and there's the quarterback connection.
What a selling. 22-0 PC Blue Hose. Now the point after try is going to split the uprights to make it 23-0 in South Carolina. A flag on the play. Well, we talked about the importance of reviewing that and why we both thought that was a great call. You got to get it right when a game is so close. It's such a pivotal moment. It can lead to this exact situation, an immediate touchdown. Everybody waiting for the call that's a hold. So the point after try coming again as they'll wipe away one, and it's 22-0. That's a huge momentum killer. You lose the football, and no matter whether or not that was actually a fumble by definition, you don't feel like that's a fumble if you're Valparaiso, right? You're upset about that. You think that's the wrong call, and that's tough.
Yeah, it sure is.
I wish we had a better angle of it. We could see for sure definitively.
On the other side. The field goal unit for the Blues had a little bit of trouble this year. One block last week, weren't able to shore it up. Now a hold. There's a little bit of some holes there you got to be mindful of.
This sent through and splitting the uprights again. No flags. 23-0. So the Beacons will get the football back after the fumble and the quick score by Presbyterian. How important is this next possession offensively?
Oh, man, very important. You're going into the middle 4 minutes, the 2 minutes going into half and 2 minutes coming out of half are some of the most important minutes in a game. Touchdown again here by Ty Englehart, coming back around to Colin. Just a fun play, great play, but this middle 4 minutes, 6 minutes is very important. Valpo goes and gets a score here, comes back out, gets the ball, get another score as well. And the game is again flipped back in their favor, and they're back in this game. So starts right here with this drive.
Man, that was a fun trick play. Presbyterian will send this back to Valparaiso. Colin Hurst scoring the touchdown, his first receiving touchdown of the season. As that one is caught at the 2-yard line.
That's one of those passes, you're so wide open. It's like, do not drop this. You cannot drop this. You'll never live it down. But, yeah, fun play call, great execution. They've been practicing that one for a while and been dying to use it. Found a moment to do it there.
Beacon's offense will take over 75 yards from the end zone. Charging Valpo with a timeout.
Yeah, from that review that they initiated, that did not get overturned, that cost them a timeout for doing that. But still, playbook wide open, plenty of time, 2 timeouts, run your offense, get a positive gainer here.
PC read it perfectly, but he threads the needle anyhow. 1st and 10, Beacons. I want you to look at the replay with me here and walk the fans and I through this. A great blitz off the backside, nearly able to reach the quarterback.
Yeah, that's right. Here's the replay. It's an RPO. You see the quarterback's eyes on that blitzer. He sees him coming, pulls it, and throws a line drive to his receiver there, who had folks all around him. It was a well-designed coverage on the defensive side, but Keefe just executes a little bit better.
Ryan Ricchetti catches it in the face of 2 defenders. This is about to move the chains as well. Oh, baby, Valpo is fired up about that fumble as they go for 9 on the second play of the drive. Just a minute and 53 still to play in our first half, where it's a 3-possession game. The Blue Hose rolling inside of Bailey Memorial Stadium. We'll be back with the hot hand of Valpo and see if they can cap off this drive with a score before the halftime break on ESPN. Second and short after the 2-minute warning, just beyond midfield. Valpo, the Beacons, driving and looking hot on the first 2 plays of this possession. Keefe will keep it. Tailback throws a block and he's rolled through off of the edge. A nice little play. Noah Taylor, the junior from Fresno, made the tackle. as a timeout taken by the Blue Hose.
Yeah, great play there by Noah Taylor coming up to stop that play. He came flying off the edge, didn't he?
Taylor, really nice look. Went to Washington Union High in Fresno. Started his collegiate career at Fresno City College and transferred to Presbyterian.
Gabe, while we have a break in the action, if I could, wish my wife a happy birthday. It's going to
Happy
be this
birthday.
Wednesday. Yes, yep. We're celebrating all week.
She is a former Blue Hose. Played volleyball here.
She did set the record for most career sets in a career as a walk-on.
That's bananas.
Yeah, she's the most athletic member of our family by far.
Short yardage needed. Keefe throws it down the sideline, and this sails on him. No flags as it's decision time for the Beacons. They're showing punt.
Yeah, clock stopped here. A lot of time. If you go for this, don't get the first down, putting PC in just a easy situation to go for another score before half. So got to punt this one away.
Return man on the 10-yard line, Hillenberg, to take the snap at the 36. Nate gets it away. Good punt. Return man fields at 20, 25, and out.
I mean, Harper has confidence on these punt returns. He's coming up. He's not worried about getting popped. He wants the ball. He wants to go score. That's what he's thinking when he gets that ball.
He looks good with it in his hands as he gets a nice little return and sets up Presbyterian College for what they're looking to turn into a 2-minute drill. They took the timeout, saved a little bit of time. 95 seconds to work with and a 3-possession lead, 23-0.
Yeah, 2 timeouts. You got, and it's, again, we've said it a few times, explosive offense. You got, what did you say, 14 guys that scored so far this year. I mean, you got weapons everywhere. Run your offense. You got 2 timeouts. Valpo, stay in that 2-deep shell. Keep your guys back. Keep everything in front of you. Don't let any receivers get past you.
235 yards of offense today. They'll need to go 71 to score. Hurst, pocket holds somehow, the check down pass, first down all the way to the 43. Great catch and run as he just lays that out. Gets connected with Jaden Scott, the senior from Charleston. Goes for a little jaunt to move the sticks.
Yeah, and that's a great tackle there by Valpo. Getting him down, but also keeping him down in bounds. I mean, the clock is running here.
Beacon defense watches as Kibbe gets his second catch of the day, the all-time leader and former Maryland State champion.
And Kibbe is the deep play threat. He has been for 4 years now. So that's the guy. If you're not going to let anybody pass you, don't let that guy pass you because he'll make you pay.
.118 still on the clock. Needed 2 yards, got 4. 1st and 10 Blue Hose beyond the midfield stripe, almost to the 45-yard line of the Beacons.
Yeah, the Blue Hose retaining their timeouts here, going with tempo, get to the ball, get it snapped, get it rolling.
Just under a minute and a quarter to play in our first half. Hurst is going to run with the football down the sideline over the 35. He steps off and moves the sticks again. PC is rolling in this 2-minute drill.
It was a low snap there, kind of threw off the play. Colin felt that, escaped the pocket. He's faster than you think he is. You saw how quickly he got to the edge, and great job getting out of bounds. Now you can kind of slow down a little bit, get your play call, get the right guys in, take a minute, and make sure you got the play you want. And still 2 timeouts on the board.
34 yards from the end zone. Hurst lights one off, could be picked off, and it's off the fingertips of the DB. Great opportunity as the Beacons watch. It's just out of the reach of the junior from Virginia, O.C. Nurse.
Yeah, Nurse, great job in position there, the cornerback. It looks like the Beacons are back in a 4-deep coverage, a 4-deep shell, which means the safeties have a quarter of the field each, and then the cornerbacks do as well. And Nurse does a good job of protecting his quarter, not letting anything behind him. And Colin just tried to put something up there for Atkins to see if a play could be made, but nothing there for him.
Beacons just have to slow them down enough to kill the clock. Hurst throws it again for the sideline, and Kibbe who hauls it in. What a snag, right near the line to gain, and they're going to give it to him, 1st and 10.
And that's, again, one of those timing patterns. Great coverage there by the cornerback as we see the replay here. This ball is in the air. Can't tell it here, but before Kibbe is in his break. That is reps. That's reps to have that kind of confidence in that throw.
And they do walk it back 2 yards, so short yardage situation. Valpo needs a stop. Knifes his way inside. Switzer needed a yard. The ball pops out, skeetering across the turf as both teams dive for it. I think the Beacons have it.
Wow, what a play by this Beacons defense. They've been ripping at the ball all day. Finally gets a turnover there, and that ball came squirting out.
Huge play by Valparaiso. Watch again as Switzer knifes his way up inside, and it's not even a peanut punch, just completely torn out by Mark Johnson, the junior safety. That 15-yard line proving to be dangerous for fumbles.
Yeah, right, great job there by Mark Johnson. I mean, that was a rip. He ripped that ball out of Switzer's hand, and you know, momentum was going Blue Hose' way. It looked like a for sure touchdown potentially happening there. And Johnson says, not so fast. This is mine. I'm taking it.
He's a muscular dude, 5'9", 190 pounds. Whew. Couple of fumbles. Up inside and bowled over after a gain of 3. And I think Valparaiso would be happy just to go to the locker room.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a play call there where if you pop one, get 20, 30 yards, get something deep. All right, let's go on a drive here. Let's get aggressive. But like you said, Gabe, at this point, let the clock run down. Let's get to the locker room. Let's reconvene, talk about our offense. We need to get some more positive plays going and definitely some points on the board in the second half.
Offense that has averaged 39 points per game in Presbyterian. 23 isn't bad. And High Point's the ball, but it's popped out. Great defensive play. Trailing him. No way he can hang on to that as Malik Lewis pulls it out.
Yeah, great job by Malik over there, getting that ball out. 3 seconds to go. You know, run the ball at the middle. Run the ball. Just see what you can get. Hold on to the ball, but get to halftime here.
Beacons, there's the give right up the gut, cuts it back. Quarterback throws a block. Runs through a pair of defenders and dragged down just beyond the 30 to end the first half of play. Presbyterian leading by a handful of possessions, 23-0 after 2 quarters of action inside of Bailey Memorial Stadium. They'll carry that lead into the halftime break as Valparaiso avoids crisis, stopping them with a fumble at the 15-yard line. Pulled out in excellent fashion by the safety. We'll take a break and return with halftime coverage all here in Clinton, South Carolina. It's college football on ESPN. One half of action in the books. It's 23-0 at the half, and Valpo avoids crisis right before the break, forcing the fumble and preventing the 2-minute drill from converting for Presbyterian. Last time out, a battle against the Flyers. Here's the head coach of Presbyterian College, Steve Engelhardt, and his thoughts following the game.
PC's become the hunted. You know, when you win 11 in a row, you know, there's a little extra motivation on that other sideline, you know, to be the one that ends the streak. And, you know, once again, I thought that they played well. But, you know, like I told the team, both winning and losing is temporary. You know, every week is a new season, you know, and, you know, we've treated it that way, you know, for the last 11 weeks that we come in and, you know, the past week is over and it is temporary, and you got to go earn, you know, a victory this week. That doesn't change. Our philosophies and how we do things, you know, isn't going to change. There's no reason to go into any type of panic mode. We'll come out and we'll work hard this week and treat this week like it's the most important week of the season, just like we have every week, and try to go out and perform the best that we can and, you know, hopefully start a new win streak. The Dayton team played, you know, probably one of the best games that they've played all year. And it wasn't that we played bad, it was just that there were some key situations. You know, if you take away a few of the penalties when we're down there, you know, in scoring position, that, you know, one was a holding, and then one was we had too many guys on the line of scrimmage. We had covered up a wide receiver, just a mental error. You know, obviously, you know, they made some plays to take the ball away. You know, so it did feel like, you know, particularly starting in the second quarter, that we were always kind of chasing it a little bit and you know, had that uphill battle. I will say something about our kids that, you know, they never believed that they were going to lose all the way till the last minute, you know, of the game. You know, very positive at halftime. They came out in the second half that they believed that they were going to make the play, you know, to win the entire game. It just didn't happen for us. It just wasn't necessarily our day, and we didn't play our best football. Once again, Dayton had something to do with that, but you know, there's learning experience in everything, and obviously we give Dayton credit, but one thing that we can't do is let Dayton beat us twice. You know, that's the key, you know, to getting back on the horse this week and going out and preparing to play Valpo.
Get all of ESPN college football all in one place with the all-new ESPN app. Unlock it with the ESPN Unlimited plan or log in through your television provider. We'll see you there. Gabe Try, Tim Weber at the half where it's 23-0 Presbyterian. Big 3-possession lead and hanging on to it against Valpo. Tried to run that 2-minute drill and Beacons popped the ball out to avoid crisis. Your thoughts for us, Tim, on that first half?
Yeah, that was a big play there at the end of the second half, but the stats that really pop out are the rushing yards for both Presbyterian and Valparaiso. -16 for Valparaiso, 83 or so for Presbyterian. It's been one-sided, not just on the score, but also the offensive efficiency, offensive yardage. Valpo's got to come out, have a little more urgency, maybe get Gundy the ball a little bit through the air, and Keefs makes some great plays. Continue believing in him. He doesn't panic. Allow him to get the ball down the field with his receivers and get some momentum going here early in the second half.
23-0. We'll break and return with more coverage when we come back. Highlights, stats, and more on ESPN. $23-0 after 2 quarters of play in Clinton, South Carolina. Presbyterian leading Valparaiso in college football action on ESPN. Let's take you back to the first half and watch all the top moments, top plays, how we got here to a 23-0 score at the half. Starting with this play, it's Colin Hurst, the quarterback. A little check down. Watch this. Big man, big run. Levicki going for a couple to get the game started. Colin Hurst follows up that little check down pass with this performance. Rustles off his own man and dragged down after a short gain on the ground. Switzer, the reverse. Harper, hey baby, that's going to be his first college touchdown as he waves goodbye on his way to the end zone. That made it 6-0, and another look at the play. Harper has a convoy, good blocking, great play design. Jason Martin's offense cooking with gas in half number 1 on their home turf. Followed it up with this PAT. Easily flicked through the uprights, made it 7-0. Valparaiso, they're in trouble and swarmed by the defense of the Blue Hose. Didn't last long. This is Keefe. Trying to throw it away, got it out of there just in time for a completed pass as Porter hit him. Engelhardt, oh baby. Somebody give Sports Center a call for that one. How fun is that? Quarterback to quarterback connection. Another look. Engelhardt waits till the last moment. Yes. Beautiful play, beautiful catch, beautiful touchdown. And I love the little Titanic musical celebration. Look at that distribution. Levicki running free. How do you tackle that guy in the open field? PAT, that one was good. Tim, talk to me about the numbers of this first half. Walk us through what you saw, what these numbers mean.
Yeah, the numbers that stick out here, of course, total yards, big discrepancy there, but it's really in both categories, both the pass and rush yards. Tip of the hat to the PC Blue Hose defense, which all year has been stout, and it continues to be today. But look at the first downs, 3 for Valpo, 17 for PC. And you look at all that and you think that the score would be a little more one-sided, a little more on the PC side. But Valpo has really done a good job of keeping the Blue Hose out of the end zone when they get into the red zone, especially late in the first half, specifically with that strip that they were able to get off of Switzer. But coming into this second half, got to start early, got to get some points quickly, and keep this explosive PC Blue Hose offensive attack in check for the second half.
I agree with your point that with how many yards they've put on the board, you'd think it'd be a larger score margin than that, averaging 38 points per game, averaging 450 yards per game. They're on pace for 582 right now.
Yeah, that's right. It's even more than normal.
23-0, a 3-possession lead for the Blue Hose. Number 22. Number 25 in America will return with more action on ESPN in just a moment from South Carolina. 23-0 after one half of play in Clinton, South Carolina. Welcome inside of Bailey Memorial Stadium. Glad you're with us. Gabriel Schreier, Tim Webb. What a first half of play, Tim.
Yeah, explosive. Pretty one-sided. Blue Hose really ran away with it, both on the yardage, time of possession, and obviously the score. But Valpo has a lot to hang their hats on. I mean, they're playing hard defense, especially in the second half, getting a strip off of Switzer to keep the Blue Hose out of the end zone again. I mean, a lot of good momentum going to the second half for the Beacons. But it's all going to start with this drive, Gabe. Valpo's got to go down, get some positive yards, get some points on the board here early to get back into this game.
Following the touchback, the Beacons will take over at their own 25-yard line, 75 yards from the end zone. Keefe throws it over the middle. Great play design. He's got a lot of room. 40 and more. Midfield stripe. One man to beat as he slips away. Gets shoved and stays on his feet. Gone. The house call. Did he step out back at the 30? They're saying yes. What a play. No touchdown for the moment as they're marking him out at the 26-yard line. I'm sure we'll get another look at this one. Big catch and run by Micah McKay, the redshirt sophomore.
Great job by McKay, and good job by Keefe here, just gaining some depth, pressure in his face, get the ball to him, and then, man, just going down the sideline. They say he steps out somewhere in there, right there, I believe is where they have him stepping out, but not by much. Great play, great way to start the second half here for the Beacons.
Great job by Valpo running a play quickly as well. Let's not give him time to decide to review that or try and do anything about it. We got to get a play off. That's exactly what they do.
That's right. Big Robert Porter in there to make the tackle on the running back.
Rowan Keefe from Park Ridge, Illinois originally. 9 for 12, 187, 3 touchdowns against Davidson back in 2023. Has had a nice year so far this season. Tall pocket presence. Very cerebral quarterback. Manages this offense so well. Second down and 10. Just outside of the red zone. Just into the red zone goes Valpo. Spins twice and tackled down at the 15-yard line. First and 10, Beacons.
And Keefe is doing a great job, decisive with the ball, putting it on the money. He knows where he wants to go. It just seems like he knows pre-snap what he's going to get and where he needs to go with the ball, and he's throwing some strikes to his wide receivers.
Lasered that to Chris Gundy. Chris Gundy made 2 defenders miss before he was dragged down. Old district player in high school for Smithfield. 600 yards, 5 touchdowns as a senior. Fake the give on the end around and then up the middle as he keeps it, but he's kneecapped. Tackled down right near the line of scrimmage. They're putting him at the 17.
Yeah, the Blue Hose were all over that. That was a great read by Keefe by keeping it. But, man, the linebacker, I believe it was the linebacker, scraping over top, came in to make the play on the Beacon side of the line of scrimmage.
Keefe with Remoro alongside him, the true freshman. Rowan hands it off as he's mowed down, and Remoro doesn't get much either.
Man, I'll tell you what, everybody that touched the ball in that play just got tackled. I mean, there's nothing going there. The Blue Hose are just bringing a lot of pressure, getting in Keefe's face, getting the running back's face, doing a good job of slowing down this Valpo attack. Big third down play here for the Beacons.
What can the Beacons do to get more space like they did on that early trick play to start the half?
Yeah, I mean, you know the Blue Hose are going to be coming downhill at you. You're going to bring some pressure here most likely on this play. You got to have something quick hitting to get the ball out of Keefe's hand quick and a high percentage throw.
Rowan, check down. There it is on cue. Hauled in, gets 5 as he reaches towards the line to gain.
Yeah, and you know, that was a quick throw, but the Blue Hose stayed back in zone coverage. They did not bring a blitz there, which is different than what you've seen most of the season, which is a good job there by Dan Owen and staff, mixing up what the defense is throwing at the Beacons there.
Valparaiso to get the lid off of the basket. Luke Scama. Ping. No good. Remains 23-0 as this one bangs off the left upright.
Yeah, man, gosh, want to come away with points there. That's a good drive by the Beacons, starting where they did and driving it down the field. But this is a vaunted defense by the Blue Hose, ranking nationally second lowest QBR from opposing QBs in the country. I mean, it's a tough defense to go against.
23-0 will return as PC on offense in Clinton, South Carolina.
There's a difference between being big and being strong, between trying something new and doing something great, finding answers and creating the future. At First Citizens, we understand that difference. We're resilient, relentless, and working together, there's nothing we can't achieve. For everyone who counts on us, there's always a difference. And that difference is who we are. First Citizens Bank.
A happy place comes in many colors. One that leaves you feeling refreshed. Something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy.
Feels like home.
Thanks for getting these sub bowls.
Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat.
Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub bowls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
A single moment can ignite a passion. With every play, a spirit of teamwork is forged, and determination evolves into success. Life is the ultimate team sport, and a trusted teammate makes all the difference. Our team at Founders Federal Credit Union works hard every day to offer the financial tools you need, backed by unrivaled member service. Relax, you're with Founders.
First possession of the second half for the Blue Hose. Fakes the give. Long ball. Big guy just through the fingertips. Nearly had it. Had just escaped the clutches of the defensive back, Nick Lindino.
Man, I mean, an inch too far, maybe a half inch. I mean, just right on him. Nathan Levicki just couldn't quite bring that in, and I've seen him this season catch that ball. He's a great receiver, but just a little bit too far. Here's the replay. Like you said, Gabe, he gets loose in the secondary and, man, does not miss by much.
Hurst pitches it. Switzer to the sideline, heading west as he's knocked out. Good gain.
Yeah, 3-yard gain there. It could have been more, but Valpo just does a great job. And that's the field side. I mean, that's a lot of open space you got to cover with a lot of speed coming at you, and the Beacons do a great job of keeping it to a 3-yard gain.
Presbyterian needs 6 yards to keep the drive alive. Hurst. Pocket collapses. Throws it. Caught at the stick. Line to gain met. 1st and 10 for the Scotsman.
Yeah, great job there by Colin, buying some time, but keeping his eyes downfield and finding the open receiver. And Levicki, knowing where he needs to be to get that first down on the money, catches it, moves the sticks. Great play there by those two.
That's an impressive heads-up play. He's watching the sticks, not the defenders, so he knows he needs to get down so he can't get hit, and that's why he takes a knee right away. Hurst throws it out, caught right at the 35. PC keeps the drive moving. Nice little tackle by Feltrinelli.
And you're seeing Hurst in this offense really getting in a nice rhythm, getting very comfortable, and that's just a rhythm throw there. You see just a catch, quick three, throw it on the money. Tough to defend when this offense is moving like that.
Needing a long 4. Second down. The give, Switzer throws the stiff arm. Feltrinelli again in on the play. Got some help from the safety, Salmon from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Feltrinelli's having a great job, a great game. We called his name a few times here, and he's getting after these ball carriers.
Third down and short, needing about 3. Hurst, 2 dozen touchdowns, 2,400 pass yards last season. Having another big year for the Blue Hose, as this is right for the line to gain at the 40. My goodness, that's going to be close to moving the sticks. Blue Hose running the hurry up because they didn't get it. 4th and short. Right side, drives his way over the line to gain, gets a little more than he needed. 1st and 10 for Switzer and Presbyterian College.
And that's a no hesitation call by Coach Engelhardt of just, yeah, we're going for it. I believe in this offensive line. We can move people, and we got Zach Switzer in there that's going to make great decisions. And here off the front, I mean, he had to bounce that thing. Up the middle was not open, but he found a seam and got the first down taken care of.
No hesitation from Engelhardt on 4th down. First of the day, as they're now 13 for 18 this season. 75%. Quick toss, caught on the inside route. Nearly moves the chains again. 49-yard line of their own side of the field.
Yeah, great catch there by Jalen Patrick. The junior getting some good playing time here. See the replay. Just right over the middle. Good throw, good catch. Keeping this drive moving.
No surprise to see Feltrinelli, the ball sponge, make the tackle. 2nd and short. Right up the middle in the teeth of the Valpo defense as he spins, twists, knifes his way down to the 45. A 7-yard gain that moves the chains.
Yeah, Justin got hit pretty hard there initially, spun off of it and got the first down. Great run there.
320 yards of offense and rolling. Abercrombie knifes around 1 and knocked to the ground by a pair of defenders. The linebacker gets in on it, and he just can't escape as he's contained and shoved down by Gavorowski.
Yeah, that's a play that we historically would see Sincere Gill and getting that screen and making something happen, but Abercrombie does a good job of getting some positive yards there.
Not his usual look either at 6'4". Montgomery, oh baby, knifing through defenders, but just can't escape. Touched by about 7 players. And Engelhardt is trying to urge the offense to hurry up along with Jason Martin, as we've got a player slow to rise.
Yeah, good to see him. Good to see him pop to his feet there and come off the field. Now, while we have a break here, you may have noticed earlier that the PC logo and the American flag. We'll come back after break and we'll talk about that.
23-0. We'll talk about it in just a moment on ESPN. inside of Bailey Memorial Stadium. It's 23-0 Presbyterian College Blue Hose. They're driving and need a couple of yards to keep it going. Montgomery slips the one tackle that could have kept it from converting. 1st and 10, Presbyterian inside of the 35 to the 34.
We were talking about it just before break, but it's Military Appreciation Day here at Bailey Memorial. You see the PC logo and an American flag. I want to give a shout out to Scott Bunting. He's been the field operations director here at PC for a long, long time and does a great job with the field and the paint and makes it look really nice.
Somebody on the internet told me 30 years. I don't know.
I think that's right.
It was just some guy, so I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, it's not far off.
Hurst throws it right over the middle, inside of the red zone, the Blue Hose. What a strike of the ball, perfectly delivered right between the hash marks as he finds his target, B.J. Atkins.
Yeah, and this pocket holds up. Great job by the offensive line. Again, I mean, just giving Colin a lot of time to survey the field and find the right guy, the open guy to hit.
From the red zone. In trouble, gets it away. Ball isn't disrupted and he catches it anyhow. Touchdown! Presbyterian College as Hurst finds Dominic Kibbe, 29-0, the second of the day for the all-time leading receiver for the Blue Hose.
Dominic Kibbe, there's that man. You let that guy get in the air and make a play on the ball, he's going to find a way to come down with it. And might be the all-time leader in great celebrations after touchdowns. Great job there. There's always something fresh, always something new. Colin takes a shot there at the end, but trusts his guy Kibbe. Kibbe high points that ball. He comes down with it. Great job there by Kibbe.
Yeah, some tape to take home for the highlight reel for Mark Johnson today. Gets the fumble, couple of quarterback hurries, looking good from that safety spot. Chipped between the uprights, banged through to make it 30-0 with 4 minutes to play in our third quarter. Presbyterian cooking with gas at home.
Yeah.
Flag crew will take the field, and while they do, we're going to take a break as well and return with more college football in just a moment on ESPN.
Hey, what's up, roomie? I got us some Jersey Mike subs.
There.
Danny DeVito? Are you my freshman roommate?
And that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey Mike's commercial where the subs matter most. I mean, look how big that is. We'd eat that for lunch and for dinner. Hey, we eat that. Hey, who let the rents in? You want a Jersey Mike's?
Introduce us to your new roommate.
Mom, it's Danny DeVito.
That's mine. Don't touch it. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
A happy place comes in many colors. One that leaves you feeling refreshed.
Thank you very much, honey.
Something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy.
Feels like home.
There's a difference between being big and being strong, between trying something new and doing something great, finding answers and creating the future. At First Citizens, we understand that difference. We're resilient, relentless, and working together, there's nothing we can't achieve. For everyone who counts on us, there's always a difference. And that difference is who we are. First Citizens Bank.
A single moment can ignite a passion. With every play, a spirit of teamwork is forged, and determination evolves into success. Life is the ultimate team sport, and a trusted teammate makes all the difference. Our team at Founders Federal Credit Union works hard every day to offer the financial tools you need, backed by unrivaled member service. Relax, you're with Founders.
Back inside of Bailey Memorial Stadium, 30-0. Blue Hose of Presbyterian College. Fourth touchdown of the season, the all-time leader in receiving yards, his second of the day. Return man knifes his way across the 20. Look at that. Some room down the sideline. Disrupted. Rolls beyond the 40 as there's a flag at the 35. And a little bit of extracurricular after-school activity back on the 15.
Little's a kind word to use there. There's a guy out of bounds on top of a guy. There's a guy in the middle of the field, way away from both guys, away from the play. But two piles, two little scuffles happening separate of each other.
They're just excited about wrestling season.
Yeah, that's right. It's coming up.
Trying out for the mat.
The mat or the WWE? I'm not sure which one.
Holding the call. Some free yardage chalked up. This one will take over from the 19-yard line. 81 yards from the end zone for Valpo. Drake was able to shut them out, but they even scored against North Dakota earlier this season. The give, rolls forward for 2 yards. Good blocking down inside as Robert Porter rumbles up in there along with some help from the outside defensive tackle, Tovar, who's been a menace today. Tyson Pauly, good blocking initially.
Yeah, Tovar, we've called his name a few times. He's a passionate player. Plays with a lot of emotion, a lot of energy, and when he gets in and makes a tackle like that, you know about it.
5'10", 280 pounds from California. That's a stump. You know, they always say get low on the line. You can't get lower. 2nd and 8. Keefe rolling, wants to run. He's going to have to throw down the sideline and just tosses this away to avoid taking the sack. Good decision.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the play call was, but there was no receiver on that half of the field where he was looking to throw the ball. And I only saw one guy really out in the route, so there seemed to be a little bit of a miscommunication there.
That's the second time today the referee has let us know, hey, there's no flag on the play. Throws me off every time he does it.
Yeah, I like that he does in those situations. He's telling you he's outside the pocket, no intentional ground. This is why there's no flag.
Keefe will throw. Pocket holds and a lot of room as he's just able to get beyond the 25 and hemmed in and dropped.
That's big number 94, Dalton Epps, the Myrtle Beach product. Man, he wrapped him up. If Dalton doesn't get him, there's some grass and some running room. As you see the replay here, great job by Keefe, scanning the field, finding his opening guy there. And then Dalton here comes in and makes a big tackle, wraps him up.
And he's in zone coverage, the defensive end. Call it the Epps zone downfield.
Yeah, that's right.
Punt is away. Fielded just behind the 40 as he slips forward for an extra 5 yards. You want to talk about fearless. You already mentioned how fearless he was fielding those punts. He's got bodies crashing down around him, moving 21 miles an hour, and he fields it.
I don't think he knows what the fair catch signal is. Like he's not interested in learning either. He wants to catch the ball and score, but fearless, and that's the confidence you want in your returner. He's going to hold on to that ball and try to get as much as he can for you.
5'8" and $150, a true freshman.
Yeah, it's a bright future ahead of that young man.
If he survives returning punts, you got to call for a fair catch sometimes. That had me afraid watching that one. Right. I'm like, oh, cringing up here in the press box.
In the moment, it felt like, man, he's going to get run into one way or another.
Hurst gives it to Wright. Antonio looking for a block guard. Lays one down as he'll get 4 yards. 2nd down.
Yeah, Valpo here needs to get a turnover, strip another fumble, cause Colin to throw a bad pass and get it tipped or intercepted something. Needs some type of turnover to stay in this game and get their offense back in the field quickly here.
Hurst, a pair of touchdowns, 257 yards. He has completed 86% of his passes today, 24 for 28. He'll throw again. If he can survive under pressure, tosses it deep, picked off. at the 20. Return man across the 25, sheds one. Still going, it's Johnson who's had a highlight reel day and forced out right near the midfield stripe. Johnson with a big return, his second interception of the season. The junior from Nashville, look out.
Man, I was just about to say 24 for 28, 86%, amazing. We jinxed him. We said that. I talked about a bad throw. That's on us. That's on us there. But really what caused the throw there is the pressure from the Valpo defender, and then great job there by the defensive back staying back in coverage and catching that easy interception. Then Colin
made the tackle.
Sure did. Came in. He didn't like it. He came in and let him know about it. But that's we just talked about it. That's what you need if you're the Valpo Beacons. Just something to get you going.
1st and 10, Beacons. Check down pass. Slips one at the 45. Rumbling forward beyond the 40. Valpo checks it down, and a nice little catch and run. Shaking a couple is Micah McKay.
Yeah, great job there by Micah McKay, and made as much happen as he could there. Would have liked a deeper shot, sudden change there by Valpo. Try to catch the Blue Hose on their heels, but go with more conservative play call.
Negative 16 rush yards in the game. 128 through the air, 9 for 15, Keefe. Just about 60 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Keefe wide open as he hooks it in and rolls into the red zone. 1st and 10, Beacons.
Yeah.
Nice toss over to Ryan.
Sure was. On time, led his receiver perfectly. Great throw there by Keefe. See the replay here. Catches the ball in rhythm, comes up, gives it to his guy. And the Beacons are rolling right now, trying to capitalize on that turnover.
Ricchetti played at Rocky River High School in Ohio, 105 yards a game, 19 total touchdowns, came up with 4 interceptions on defense. He was a team captain. He's been a leader since playing prep football, leader in college as well. Right over the middle for the score. The lid off the basket. Touchdown. Valparaiso Beacons get one back.
Great throw there again by Keefe, and giving a lot of credit to his offensive line too, protecting him, giving him time to throw that ball and find his guy wide open there in the middle of the field.
Malcurie, the senior from Marengo, hauls it in for the score. Point after try to make it 7, yes. They swing the touchdown and the point after try in the last seconds of our third quarter of play. 30-7, Presbyterian College Blue Hose. They're in the driver's seat. One more look at this score by Valpo. Really nice toss. Just gets a hold of it and rolls into the end zone. Nice catch for the score.
I'll tell you, the offense here for Valparaiso has had a little bit of a tough day, getting things going here. But you look back on their schedule, they put up 30 against Western Illinois, full scholarship FCA opponent or FCS opponent. And like you said earlier, Gabe, put up a touchdown against North Dakota, so they can move the ball and score, and great job there capitalizing on the turnover by the Beacons.
You know the sports meme when you do something and they hang a banner for it? I feel like you should hang a banner for scoring against North Dakota this season.
I agree.
I would.
Yeah. If you can score on any of those Dakota teams,
man,
they're
those
all
Bison
good.
Are crazy.
Yeah.
Kickoff moments away. Valpo looking to start an electric comeback. They'd have to kick it off, pun intended, with a big turnover on this next possession. Switzer. Fair catch, touchback.
You know, if you're Colin Hurst here, you know that's a ball you want back, but you can't let that cause another bad play, and that's what he showed over his career so far at PC. If he has a bad throw here or there, interception, it's the same dude, it's the same guy that's not going to get rattled. He's going to run the offense, go through his reads. He'll bounce back from that and not let that cause another bad throw.
Offense back to the field. So Hurst, 2,240 pass yards this season, including his 257 in this game. Just 100 shy of his total from last year, already eclipsed that passing touchdowns total. This time he's tackled for a short loss. Second down and 10 for Hurst and the Blue Hose.
Man, here looks like Valpo defense really has the quarterback for the Blue Hose, this whole Blue Hose attack, just kind of looking, trying to find who's open. Anybody open? Nobody's open. Got to go find something. Good job there by Colin just pulling it down, but, man, tip of the hat to the Valpo Beacons.
Alex Govorowski making the play as that carries us into the final quarter between the Blue Hose of Presbyterian College and the Beacons of Valparaiso. 1 quarter to play, a big lead, 30-7 for PC and the Blue Hose. We'll return with more college football in a moment from Clinton, South Carolina on ESPN. One quarter left in Pioneer Football League action between Presbyterian's Blue Hose and the Beacons of Valparaiso. Right over the middle, look out, rolling down over the 40-yard line. Nice catch and run for B.J. Atkins. Atkins is pulled down by the defensive back after a nice gain, and a flag resting at the 41-yard line of the Blue Hose.
Man, that's a big penalty. That's already a good play by the Blue Hose, but that penalty puts them on the Valpo side of the 50 there. Corey Ambrose, right guard, just checked into the game. It looks like one of the offensive linemen may have come up a little hurt.
1st and 10, Blue Hose. Hurst, quickly thrown. This is just barely incomplete. Really dangerous throw near the 40.
Yeah, not sure what Colin was seeing there. The wide receiver ran right into that linebacker. It's supposed to be a spacing pattern. You have a guy going out to the flat, guy coming up more over the middle of the ball, but defender sitting right there in good position. Got lucky that one fell to the turf.
Looking for the receiver who transferred from Charleston Southern. He had 216 yards and a touchdown in 28 games there. It's Jaden Scott. Hurst pinballs it outside, 40-35, and dragged down. Nice carry by Zach Switzer, who almost moves the chains. 1 yard to go.
Sure did. That was a blitz off the right side of that, or left side of that line coming from Valpo, and I think Switzer saw that and bounced it out. You've seen the replay there, making something out of nothing. Great job there by Zach.
First and 10, Blue Hose. Fake the give to Switzer. Hurst is going to run 30 and goes down limping at the end of the play.
Sure did. He pulled up a little late there in the run, and man, you gotta hope Colin's okay there.
One of the best in FCS football, an All-American as a freshman. Another look. The crowd grows silent in South Carolina.
And those are the injuries that really make you worried. When you're not getting touched and something all of a sudden kind of pulls you up. Man, hope he's okay there. It's like we can put Ty Englehart into the game here as Colin takes a moment.
Ty Englehart, the son of head coach Steve Englehart. Ty, 2,225 yards and 31 touchdowns for Melbourne High as a senior in high school. They're going to take a break and figure things out, and we will as well. 13:23 to play, 30-7. PC leading Valparaiso.
There's a difference between being big and being strong, between trying something new and doing something great, finding answers and creating the future. At First Citizens, we understand that difference. We're resilient, relentless, and working together, there's nothing we can't achieve. For everyone who counts on us, there's always a difference. And that difference is who we are. First Citizens Bank.
A happy place comes in many colors. One that leaves you feeling refreshed.
Thank you very much, honey.
Something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy.
Feels like home.
Thanks for getting these sub bowls.
Of course, no problem, big bro. Let's eat.
Danny DeVito? What did you do with our uncle?
Well, that doesn't matter. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. What matters most are these sub bowls.
Wait, has Danny DeVito been my brother my whole life?
I guess so. Don't tell Mom. Your favorite sub, hot or cold in a bowl. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
A single moment can ignite a passion. With every play, a spirit of teamwork is forged, and determination evolves into success. Life is the ultimate team sport, and a trusted teammate makes all the difference. Our team at Founders Federal Credit Union works hard every day to offer the financial tools you need, backed by unrivaled member service. Relax, you're with Founders.
Switzer in motion. He's going to get the pass from Ty. First down and more into the red zone as he's knocked over the opposing sideline.
Hate to see Hurst go down and you know, hopefully we back maybe this game, hopefully definitely next week. But you know, Ty Englehart last year started the year as the starter, got hurt. I believe it was a shoulder injury and had to rehab it, and and has just been battling back since, and now it's getting an opportunity to get some playing time, which is great to see.
Engelhardt takes off with the ball. He's going to run it himself inside of the 10-5. House call. Touchdown, Blue Hose. The Melbourne High product takes it to the house on a scamper from 20 yards out. 36-7 Blue Hose.
Man, Ty has that long stride, long fast. He's very fast, as you see this replay here. Checking, nothing. He's going to take off. Man, no hesitation from Ty. He's ready for the moment. He goes in and scores for his team.
Jackson sends this through the uprights, making it a 30-point game. Once again, Blue Hose, a massive lead on their home turf. When we return, Valparaiso, the Beacons on offense with the football, all on ESPN. There's the man who just carried it in from 20 yards out, Ty Engelhardt. Watch this again. Big guy. Knifes his way right between those two defenders. House call. Goodbye. Look at that. Just jets his way into the end zone. Valpo. The keys in their hands as the return man takes it from the goal line. Can they go on a drive? Stopped immediately as he's hit at the 20. Tackler might have shaken himself up. He hit him so hard.
As we enter the fourth quarter, the defense for the Blue Hose have only given up one touchdown all year, and that was late in their win against Stetson. So the Blue Hose have owned the fourth quarter, especially when it comes to their defense. Valpo, obviously 30-point game, a lot of ground to make up, but man, you go on a drive here, get some points, especially a touchdown. That's saying something against this defense.
First and 10. Smacked from behind as the ball is shoveled out. No whistle, free for the end zone. For the moment, it's a touchdown for Presbyterian College. The scoop and score. Poked out from behind, and the ball went directly to the hands of the inside linebacker from Evergreen Park, Michael Torres.
And we'll see the replay here live. It seemed like his arm was going forward there. I think that we're going to get a review here. we got a better angle of that one than the one at the end of the second quarter that we saw, but it seemed like his arm was going forward. See if they take another look here.
Dalton Epps the one who hit him.
Yeah.
PC trying to get that PAT off.
Yeah, as fast as possible.
Snap and holder good. Blocked.
And that's been an issue for PC this year. Last week against Dayton, same thing happened. Got to get that figured out as we move on in the season here. But yeah, great hit there by Dalton Epps, causing the fumble, getting the backfield, causing some chaos there. Curious as to why that wasn't reviewed. It seemed like there was a case for that to be a hand going forward for incomplete pass.
I'm surprised. We got to look at Andy Waddle a moment ago, standing on the sideline watching that, and very much surprised they did not review that play. Let them chip through the PAT, and there's Andy Waddle again. Really nice play by Dalton Epps. Comes from behind, pokes it out. Ball just literally ping-pongs right into the hands of Michael Torres, and it's a scoop and score. Second fumble recovery of the season. This one to the house with a touchdown.
Yeah, this defense, this is just what they do. They cause havoc, get in the backfield, cause pressure, hit you, cause you to fumble, and then they're ready to get that ball and make you pay for it as well.
22-yard score. Valparaiso will get the ball back now, trailing 43-7 with 12.5 minutes to play. Really nice play by Dalton Epps, the Myrtle Beach product. Comes from behind, smacks the ball away.
Yeah, Dalton, redshirt junior, like you said, out of Myrtle Beach. He just brings so much energy. You see him taking the field here with extra pep in his step, and you got to believe he's going to be ready to go after it again. This Valpo offense, shake that off. That's not obviously what you wanted to happen, but, man, you got to shake it off, refocus, lock back in, go on a drive here, get some good stuff on film that you can review for the week and start building off of this starting right now.
Presbyterian off to their best start in 66 years. There's the give. Trapped and pulled down. Presbyterian was just one win away from setting a new school record for the greatest start to a season of all time, but fell short of that goal last week as the Flyers soared to a victory at home in Ohio over PC last week, 35-19. But PC controlling their own destiny, a conference that has no clear front runner, obviously. 4 games remaining in PFL play. Valpo will try again, second down. Quickly thrown to the sideline, this one out of play.
Yeah, taking a look at some scores around the PFL. Drake right now is beating Butler 24-19. Drake is the leader right now in the clubhouse, as you can say, with no losses, all wins within the conference. That's got 3:20 left to go in the fourth. Davidson's beating Morehead State right now 24-21, and St. Thomas at halftime is over Maris by 35. Another game to be aware of. Dayton out at San Diego playing at 4, kickoff at 4. That's going to be a big one. As the Blue Hose need Dayton to take a loss to stay in the hunt as well as Drake.
Thrown right over the middle, the sails incomplete. Rolling downfield after it hits the turf at the 45.
Man, just barely missed that pass. Keith, we've seen him make that pass all day long. He was just a little bit off there, but really impressed with Keith. He's got a strong arm, good presence in the pocket. Just a good player, good quarterback. It's just tough defense to play against. He's had to take some shots. He's done a good job holding on to the ball and also delivering the ball with folks on his back. So this is a young team. Valpo has a lot of youth on this team they're building. They're similar to what PC was maybe 3 years ago or so. But they keep this youth, keep developing it. They got a bright future ahead of them.
Rolls off. Nice punt. Nets a good total of yardage, but still great field position for Presbyterian with a commanding lead as they'll take over ahead by 36 right near the midfield stripe.
Yeah. Head coach Andy Waddle, obviously first-year head coach, taking over a program, has had some success. But anytime you had that first year into a program, you got to figure out what you got, what you need, trying to get your culture installed, along with, of course, your offense and defense. But Coach Waddle has a great blank canvas to work with all the youth that he has on this roster.
Presbyterian's 7-0 start included consecutive wins over number 11 Mercer and receiving votes Furman. The last two SoCon champions, a 41-0 blowout over Morehead State and a classic battle, 31-25 over Butler. Right side, wow, he rolls forward for about 5 yards after getting hemmed in initially. Second and medium. PC still ranked in both polls. They were number 16 in the AFCA poll prior to the loss to the Flyers, and that was the highest ranking for any Pioneer Football League school since 2009. Knifing his way inside for a few more yards. Third down and short for Presbyterian.
Obviously the game is out of hand here, but these are some valuable snaps for Ty Englehart, some game snaps with the first team here, and getting on the same page in case he needs to play a little more as the season goes on. Hopefully Colin is going to be fine, going to be back for next season, but good for Ty to get some snaps here.
This time Englehart hands it off right up the middle. First down and more as he rolls beyond the 45 to the 44-yard line. Presbyterian moves the chains with 10.5 to play.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a heavy dose of PC running backs on this drive. Keep this clock moving. Get to the end of the game as fast as possible. Try to, injuries, of course, are on the minds of the Blue Hose faithful. Keep everybody healthy as best as you can. But we talked about it earlier in the game. There's a stable of running backs itching to get in, so I think we'll see them all get a little touch here.
First and 10, Presbyterian. Englehart flips it out to Antonio Wright, who's forced out after a short gain. We talked about it a little bit in the early stages of the game, but we really haven't gone back to it. So many injuries for Valpo, and it's really hampered what has been a decent season considering the strength of schedule is through the roof. I mean, this is as strong of a schedule as you're going to see for a PFL team. And secondly, everybody's banged up. You're missing a lot of important pieces.
Man, you nailed it. I think last week Valpo had their fifth-string quarterback playing at points. You got Mike Mansoray, the running back, great player, out. You got their leading defensive player, linebacker, Max Samuel, out. I mean, when you got leaders on both sides of your offense and you're down to, last week at least, your fifth-string quarterback, and at times, second, third, fourth-string quarterback, it's just tough to build off that, in addition to having one of the toughest schedules I'm sure they've seen in a while.
Yeah, and I got my chart this week, and that's a great point about the fifth-string quarterback, and there's 5 quarterbacks on it. I'm like, what's this? Yeah. Why'd you give me everybody on the roster?
But again, I think, seeing how this team is playing today, the score is telling a story here, of course, but there's been some hard-nosed players making things happen, strip fumbles and getting in, mixing it up, playing very physical. Says a lot about the coaching staff and this culture.
Englehart's in trouble and snowed under by a pair of defenders. He couldn't escape. Not surprised to see that. These guys have been menaces. Some really nice pieces in the middle of that defense. We've seen a few big plays. Govorowski has made a few. Farkley has been in there. We've seen a couple from Faltrinelli. And, of course, Mark Johnson with a play of the game.
That's right. And that was Govorowski right there, beating the right guard with the inside move to get the tie and get him down on the ground. Just a great effort there by Govorowski.
Valpo playing its penultimate home contest against San Diego next Saturday. We've got some special fun activity on the back end of the play as there's a flag. These guys will settle it as a stalemate and head to the sideline. Has to be a hold. Could also be a personal foul, but I'm guessing a hold right here. To deliver the call is our referee, Brian Hilpish.
Brian Hilpish has been hitting the gym, it looks like. Got some guns on him.
Somebody take the protein away. I was not ready for that.
Not on your bingo card, huh?
Yeah, that was. We had a literal brawl happening behind the play. Definitely thought that's what the flag would be. And so, illegal formation, the call will return 43-7. Presbyterian leading Valparaiso. Sending it away. We'll be back on ESPN. Back with more college football and Pioneer Football League action from Bailey Memorial Stadium. Ball popped over the top. That's a pretty nice little recovery by the running back. Looked like he was diving for a pass.
Sure was. Heads up play there.
36-point lead for the Presbyterian College Blue Hose on Military Appreciation Day.
Yeah, a lot to be grateful there for our military personnel, men and women across the world. You know, we got the cannon crew here at PC. Every time the Blue Hose score, they fire it off. And, man, that ROTC program on campus here in Clinton represents a rich history of folks who have gone to serve this country in a lot of different ways.
Second down, thrown on the check down, 15, 20, 25, as he rolls forward and very, very close to moving those chains. I think they're going to mark him at the 26 after shifting around on the sideline. Nice catch and run by Micah McKay.
Yeah, we've called Micah's name a few times today. He's a great player. Coming out the backfield here, checking for a blitzer, nobody there. I'm sorry, not out the backfield. He's coming from the other side. Great job there.
He's from Zionsville, Indiana, played prep at Lutheran High, back-to-back state champions. He had a 14-yard touchdown in the Class 1A title game. That was back in 2022. Quick toss across is caught, 35 and more, easily moving the chains down to the 37-yard line.
And when Keith is in rhythm like that, and it just seems like he has a good understanding of a pre-snap look and then the post-snap look, which can be difficult to understand. Pre-snap, you see how they line up. Post-snap, it can all change, but he gets a good read pre-snap, knows where he wants to go with the ball, confirms it post-snap, and then throws a laser there on time, in rhythm, and keeping this Beacon offense rolling.
Definitely his best game of the season underway today. Down the sideline for that line to gain, nearly reaches it. He's up to 201 yards passing, threw a touchdown, completing 62% of his passes, 13 for 21. Last time out, 9 for 15, 60%, threw a pick, no touchdowns, 154 yards, and that was one of his better performances of the year. So really big day for Keefe.
You get the sense that Valpo's looking for their guy, looking for their quarterback, and Keefe, in my opinion, against a very tough defense, has held his own and put together a pretty strong game here.
Rowan, well delivered down to the sideline, forced out immediately, but a big catch and gain just beyond midfield for Valpo.
Again, catching it, taking his drop, taking his reads, putting the ball where it needs to be here. 1, 2, 3, throw it, get it to your guy, get him out of bounds. Great catch and throw. And again, another first down.
You mentioned the penalties and how few they've taken this season. You know how many penalties they had last week?
How many?
1. 10 yards. Talk about military appreciation. They're running practice like a boot camp over there. Don't get any flags. Check down pass at midfield. Has some room. 45 all the way to the 40 as he rolls forward. 9-yard gain for the moment. Close official giving him that as well, as they'll need a yard.
When you only have one penalty like that, it makes you really doubt, did the referee see it right? I mean, to play the whole game that well, I mean, I'm siding with the Beacons. I don't think it was a penalty. Whatever it was, didn't even see the play.
Valparaiso, a couple of ranked opponents this season. Played North Dakota on September 20th. St. Thomas. They were ranked when they played them in 2022. Rolling out, in trouble, stays on his feet and throws it away, avoiding the sack. Nice play by Keefe as he sees the defensive end barreling towards him.
Man, it sure was, Gabe. I mean, Keefe was dead to rights. I mean, there's nowhere to go, but makes a very athletic spin move, gets out of some trouble, and is able to get it out enough just to get the ball out of his hands for an incomplete pass and not intentional ground. He got outside the tackle box, able to get it out of his hands and keep the drive alive here.
Pocket holds as he tosses this deep down the sideline, and a little too much sauce on it as we've got not one but 2 flags at the 10.
Yeah, that was a nice, it was a fake screen, fake bubble screen to the field there. And, man, that outside receiver seemed to be open, but the inside receiver was certainly held, which seems to be what the flag will be.
Feltrinelli entered the day with 57 tackles. He's added 13 more in this game. Good for 70 tackles this season now. Our production crew in the truck is talking to us over the feedback, and they're also talking about the referee, Brian Hilpish, who has got the gun show rolling. You think he could teach me how to bench more?
I bet you he could. It starts with putting more weight on.
From the 24-yard line to the Blue Hose. Thrown across and caught right at the line to gain as he steps back, spinning, rolling over the 15 into the red zone. Looks like they're going to spot him on top of the 15, which will leave him a half a yard shy.
Man, Keefe is out there just slinging it.
Looking good.
Doing really good. Now, on the other side here, you got some backups in for the Blue Hose, but they take pride in this fourth quarter stat of not allowing only 1 touchdown so far this season in the fourth quarter. And you know that they know that too. The coaches probably told them that before they went on the field, and they know that, you know, do not let the Valpo Beacons get in this end zone.
Timeout taken by Valparaiso. They'll have 2 left. 2.5 minutes to play. 2:47 showing on the clock. 43-7 Blue Hose. Averaged 39 points per game and allowed just 15 per game during their stretch, an 11-game winning streak that came to an end last week. Probably the greatest in program history, if not right up there as second or third greatest streak in program history. Really unbelievable. The total streak, if you date it back to last season, lasted over a calendar year, which is just unbelievable. You don't see that at any level. You don't see that National Football League. You might see it at the high school level, but it's such a rarity, and it's never schools that are playing at an extremely high level. It's just unreal to see that.
It is. This has been a special group. You know, you see them on the sideline. They gel. They're more than teammates. They're brothers. They love each other, care for each other, have each other's back. And that, you know, there's 3 wins in my mind in that win streak dating back to last year, including one against 23rd ranked Butler. You got the win against 11th ranked Mercer, then Furman that we already talked about in that streak. So it wasn't, you know, easy wins along the way by any means. There's some tough, hard fought, had to come back from behind, believe in each other, no doubt, no fear, always believing in each other. So just a great culture that's been instilled here by Coach Engelhardt and the rest of the staff.
3 bunched up on the bottom of your screen. That's where he wants to go as he looks that way and takes off with the ball inside of the 15-10, pinballed off a defender as he's able to hang on to it. Shaken up a bit, looks like he's okay, thankfully, as everybody's after the defensive back and letting him have it. Officials trying to break this up. Get the referee Hillpish in there.
That's right.
Still some pushing and shoving as the crowd making some noise, and coach comes out to get his man off the field. Just a little too much from the junior from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, surprised. You know, that was a late slide by the quarterback. Still thought a flag could have come out there, but glad to see Coach Engelhardt go out there and get his guy off the field so it doesn't escalate anymore.
No flag. Surprised to see it. We'll break with these two sides as they sort it out. 2 minutes to play. 43-7 Blue Hose on ESPN. Everything all sorted out, and we're ready to play on in South Carolina. Hi, everyone. Welcome back on ESPN. Gabriel Schrei, Tim Webb. Right up the middle. Good blocking by the center and right guard as PC rumbles him over. A little bit of extra pushing and shoving, continuing after the break as well. Hang in there, guys. You're almost done.
Yep, that's right. Tempers are starting to flare. Frustrations are flaring. You gotta keep it in check. Play it with the motion. Play hard, but play within the rules, and don't cause any more flags or issues there.
Valpo looking for the second touchdown of the year in the final quarter against PC. Swarmed, trapped, pulled to the ground at the 5. They'll mark him on forward progress at the 4 as we've got some extra pushing and shoving again on this play.
Yeah, it looked like Ryan Largan in there with a big hit to keep the running back from going forward. I'm telling you, there's a lot of pride on that defensive side to not allow a touchdown right now, and they're playing with a lot of heart. The Beacons, man, got to find a way to get this ball in the end zone for their own pride.
48 seconds in the game. Timeout. No, a flag, excuse me.
Defensive offsides, I believe.
Little encroachment action. Indeed it is. Hitting the senior from Palm Bay, Florida. He was teammates with Ty Engelhardt at Melbourne. With the flag and moving the ball towards the goal line. Now down to the 2-yard line as we get another whistle. 44 seconds showing on the clock.
Coach Engelhardt's getting an explanation what's going on here.
Quick word with Engelhardt, we're ready to go. Timothy Foreman, the one who convened with him. Brian Hilpish, ready to put us back underway. Had a quick meeting on the other side as well from the headlinesman, Marcus Cade, going over to Waddell. We're ready to go as Hilpish sounds the whistle. Everybody loud in South Carolina, 44 seconds to go. 3rd and goal for Valpo, the Beacons, looking for the second touchdown of the year against this PC defense in the 4th quarter. Give right up the middle, knifes his way in for the touchdown. Valpo gets their second of the game. 43-13, we're within 30.
And that's, again, I've said it a couple times, only the second touchdown PC's given up in the 4th quarter. That says a lot about Valpo and this offensive attack, that they're able to go down the field and get that touchdown against this defense. Something to be proud of there for sure.
Now for the point after try. Hits this, and this one splits the uprights. 14 points on the board for Valparaiso as they get a touchdown back their way on the final score line. PC will field the kick with 40 seconds to play and likely to just kill the clock.
Yeah, that's right. Get out of here with the win. And hard-fought game. I mean, the score is obviously lopsided. The yardage, we don't have the updated total yet, but I'm sure it's lopsided. But Valpo, as they go back to Indiana, get ready for next week, there's some things to hang your hat on here. I mean, I think you found your quarterback in Keefe, played a great game, again, with pressure in his face, and against a hard defensive unit from the Blue Hose, and really stood up to the pressure and just did a great job. Very impressed with him. So there's a lot of positives I think you can take away on the Beacon side.
Absolutely, and coming off of your best scoreline of the season against Morehead State last week, just a 4-point loss for them. Some really winnable ball games left on the schedule here, 2 of them at home. They've just got to hang in there strong. You mentioned it, we talked about it. San Diego next week, Stetson on the 15th, very winnable ball game. They're 2-2 in league play. And then Butler on the road to close the season on November 22nd. Presbyterian, 3 games left as well. They're going to be on the road 2 weeks in a row. Davidson, the Tommies on the 15th, and closing at home, we'll have coverage of that November 22nd at 1 p.m. as Marist and the Foxes come to town.
Oh, man, you hear the sideline going, oh, that's a big offensive lineman there. Big number 57. Is that Corey Ambrose got the ball kicked to him. He got it. He fell on it probably like he was being coached to, but the sideline wanted the big man to rumble and go for a little run there. But he did the responsible thing and did what he was supposed to do.
I wouldn't mind.
I wish he would have run with it.
Yeah, somebody was just talking to me about Caden Proctor, and I was like, I would watch that. I would tune in to Alabama football every week if I knew he was going to touch the ball every week, just to see what he could do. Engelhart in the game, and it'll be interesting to see what the result is of a shaken-up quarterback as Thomas down to the knee, and Hurst is the one who took the knee. No, it's not. That's a lie. It's Holtzclaw.
Holtzclaw. Yeah, I thought it might be Hurst for a moment too, but hopefully Hurst is okay. But good win there for the Blue Hose squad.
Clock is killed in South Carolina. Big win for PC at home in Pioneer Football League play. As we'll get handshakes between these two sides. Valparaiso puts up the second touchdown of the year in the fourth quarter against Presbyterian College and the Blue Hose. Share with us your thoughts on today's win for the Blue Hose and some of those golden nuggets that Valpo will carry back home with them to Indiana for 2 home games.
Yeah, it's a great all-around performance by the Blue Hose, both offensively, defensively, and special teams. Need to clean up the field goal unit. Had some issues with that the last couple of weeks. Can cost you down the road, but all in all, great job by the Blue Hose. Valpo, I mean, again, a lot to hang your hat on. I feel like you may have found your quarterback in Keith. Very impressed with that young man and his composure in the pocket, and some great playmakers on both sides of the ball as we look at some highlights here.
We'll walk you back through top moments, starting right here. Porter taking down the man in the backfield. Look at this pitch across, and the trick play that's going to light up TV screens around the country. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of that one right there. Fun play as Hurst carried it into the end zone. One more look at it. 43-14, your final in this one on what was an electric day of play for Presbyterian College and the Blue Hose. Watch this. This was the Levicki route. The tight end takes it. Look at these defenders closing out on him. They just force him out, stays on his feet. That is a big, big ball carrier. Today's game, copyright material, all games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live and will be archived and available for replay inside of the app or platform where you viewed it. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Again, your final score, 43-14. The Blue Hose take the victory in Clinton, South Carolina, inside of their home, Bailey Memorial Stadium. The big victory takes us to next week in PFL play. Presbyterian at Davidson and Valpo hosting San Diego on November 8th. A 5 p.m. and 12 p.m. Eastern time kick, respectively. That'll do it for Tim Webb, the crew, and everybody here. I'm Gabriel Schreis saying so long from Clinton, South Carolina with college football on ESPN.